This is the podcast, not an interview. This is a conversation. No gimmicks, just reasons. 84 reasons. Come holler at me. What up, everybody? I am Ben True. This is 84 Reasons, and every week I sit down with, it doesn't matter what sport, man, as long as they represent that orange and blue. This week, I'm going to Fort Pierce. I want to get to it too. I mean, preferred walk-on in the summer, which means I'm a preferred walk-on just means I'm a bet on me. I know I got a bunch of 5 stars, 4 stars, 3 stars, but I believe in my talent representing Centennial High School out of Fort Pierce, the great Javion Toombs. What's going on today, Javion?
Not much. Everything going good. Proud to be here. Proud to be a Gator. Yes, sir.
Now, Javion, when people hear preferred walk-on, right? Because we know about walk-ons, but preferred walk-on. Talk to the listeners about what preferred walk-on actually means.
All right, so like a preferred walk-on, it's like you got a spot on the team, but you still got to earn your scholarship. So it ain't like you made it because I'm still working. I'm still earning my spot, still working my way up. So it's just like betting on yourself, like putting the faith on yourself, taking a chance on yourself. Because you go to a big Power 5 school, you got 4 stars, 5 stars. You got real highly recruited guys, and me, I'm a 0 star. So just putting the faith on myself, betting on myself, knowing what I could do, knowing what I could bring to the table, just believing in yourself, putting faith in God.
Now, Javion, people talk about playing with a chip on their shoulder. You talk about, man, I'm coming in with no star, but I believe in me. Like, I know what I'm capable of doing, play, running back, linebacker, play basketball at high school. Talk about just having that mentality of, look, man, I'm going to Florida, whether they give me a scholarship on National Signing Day or not. Them boys better know. I know it's 85 scholarship guys, but I'm coming for one of them scholarships.
Yeah, man. So like my senior year, I want to say we took a college tour. So we went to a whole bunch of schools, like all the Power 5 schools, like around the East Coast. So like we went to like Bama, we went here, we went just a lot of like big D1 name schools, and like I always like interested in Bama, but when I came to Florida, I was like, yeah, like I like this school. They showed us like the new facilities and like everything they had planned to come here. I'm like, yeah, like I like Florida. Like I could see myself playing here. So then like after the season, when they had called me, they told me that they was interested in my film. Like, as soon as I hung up the call, I'm like, yeah, I want to go to Florida. I'm like, I got to make this happen. Like, I was like, I don't care what it takes. I'm going to make it happen. I'm going to bet on myself. I got this. Like, I could do this on me. Like, I just knew this was going to be the place for me. Like, I love it here.
Billy Napier is a guy that every time I talk to, one of you guys about him, they talk about how authentic he is. He'll return text messages, call you back. And you know how it is when it comes to head coaches. They good dudes, but they got a lot that they have to deal with. What was it about Billy Napier? Because Florida is his own entity. Like, listen, I want to come to UF, but that head guy got to be somebody that I think I can resonate with. What was it about Billy Napier that made you think, all right, man, I can rock with him?
All right, so like, like a lot of big name coaches, I don't want to like say no names, but like they're not really interested into like knowing everybody as a person, but like with Coach Napier, he took the time out of his day to get to know every player from walk on to the number 1 highest recruited guy on the team. Like, no matter who you are, he gonna take the time to know where you are, where you from. Like, that was a big part of like our phase through like fall camp in the summer was to know your teammates. So like at the end of every practice, we'll have to it would be like 5 or 6 guys. You have to pick their name and you have to like say where they from, and just like to get to know your teammates. And if we didn't, we'll have to run. Just a little conditioning just to like get you to know your teammates and stuff. Just like small things to bring everybody together, build that connection.
Talking with Javion Toombs to make sure you go to Gators Collective. He got that 37 up there. I seen that 37 up there. I got to make you feel, because think about that. We hear name and image like we hear about certain guys. I don't know if Anthony Richardson signed with somebody else. He signed it with somebody, but he the QB. But you being a preferred walk-on, and then Gators Collective still coming to you saying, hey, man, we realize that you're going to be one of the ones down the line, but we want to go ahead and show you some love right now.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that felt amazing because, like, I know some guys on the team who got scholarships and they don't even got, like, Gator Collective, like, coming to them. So Gator Collective coming to me was like an eye-opener, like, yeah, like, this could be big, you know what I'm saying? Like they got faith in me, like I got faith in myself, you know. My time gonna come, you know, just gotta stay patient and stay with it.
Javion, you mentioned fall camp, and you already been through a camp. How is it? What do you say to the guys back at Fort Pierce or guys that want to play big time Division I P5 football? Because people think, hey man, I can run, I can cover, I can play zone, I can play man, I can read the scheme. Please tell them young boys this ain't what they think it is, man.
Yeah, man. All right, yeah, cause that was one of the things I thought too. Is like it's gonna be a lot of football. But like when you really get here and you get camp, it's really just being like inside the room, like learning football. It's more like off the field that you got to know, like meetings, you know, like mandatory, like just like being there with the team, just being there, you know, because like fall camp, you really don't get no time to go home. Like you got time to go to sleep, and you might get like time to take like a 30-minute to like 45-minute nap during the middle of your day. But besides that, like you busy, like you at the school, you with the team, like it's just like off the field work, and it's like barely on the field. So like it's really just like mental. Like you gotta have your mental ready for this, like because like it ain't all just physical. You gotta have more mental than physical.
Patrick Toney being the defensive coordinator, also being the safety coach. What is that like knowing, hey man, what a guy that put together the whole scheme just happens to be my position coach? And then what is it like learning from guys like, you know, Torrance, Dean, Kamar that came in with you? What is it like being a young guy saying, look, dude, this scheme is knowing where you're supposed to be and getting it done every time you strap it up?
Yeah, man. When I first came in, all the older guys like they like took me in like as a brother. Like you know, we had that connection. Like it just clicked like from the jump. So like Dean, Torrance, like them boys, they was like my bigger brother. Like they always there for me, looking out for me. Like if I need help, you know, they going over the plays with me. Like feel me, they texting me like if you need something, I got you. You know, just being there for me because they know like I'm a walk on, but they still got faith in me. You know, and then Kamara, we from the same town, so it was like. We was like, when I first got here, it was just me and him together, like every day. Like after practice, you know, we going over plays, just chilling, you know, I'm just chopping it up with him, just building that bond because, you know, you got to get that bond with your teammates.
How much better does that make your transition to college knowing, man, I got to do from my hometown, play the same position. We know each other. Like it's one thing to know each other because we played against each other, but we know each other and we kind of get to go through these things together.
Yeah, all right. So that was a big part because we stayed in like the same like dorm complex. So like every day we were just able to like whenever we wanted just be with each other. And then my mom was cool with his mom, so like everything was like good. It was like real smooth. Like it was no like nothing bad. Everything was going good. Like my people's checking on his people's checking on my people's. I'm checking on them. He checking on us. It was like everything was flowing good.
All right, Javion, man. I know, listen, I'm from Georgia, but I know y'all, listen, one thing about boys from Florida, this is what y'all got to understand. They love where they from. Not like where they from, they love where they from. So I know about Duval. We know about, you know what I'm saying, Broward County and Orange County and Dade County. Fort Pierce, though, what y'all boys doing in Fort Pierce?
Yeah, man, Fort Pierce, Florida, man. The 772, you know, Fort Pierce, man, that's where it's at. I'm telling you, Fort Pierce, it got a whole bunch of good athletes now. Y'all got to check them out, huh?
So now, and when I think about you and Kamari, right? I think about two guys, two different paths. One with the IMG, and obviously guys go to IMG so they can get that. They go for two reasons. They want to get recruited, but they want that 5-star stamp on them. A lot of guys come out and gonna get that 5-star. But y'all real similar in play the way y'all play. Y'all boys real aggressive. Like when I see Fort Pierce football players, y'all boys love to run, love to hit. Y'all just seem to just love playing the game.
Yeah, man. I think it's like going back to like growing up in Fort Pierce. You know, a lot of backyard football. You know, just aggressive. You with your like cousins, your brothers. You know, just playing. I think that like transition that you keep playing. You know, you keep that little aggression and like that competitiveness, and you know, it just combines and builds as you get older. You know.
You got a brother that play at FAU. I saw a big highlight of him getting a nice little pick in the end zone. What is it like having an older brother that can kind of tell you, listen, I know FAU ain't Florida, man, but I can kind of tell you what you can expect because college football is college football. I don't place no hierarchy on one or the other. He's down there. I mean, he's down there in South Florida, you know, a little closer to the beach. I get that part. But what is it like knowing that I got an older brother that I can just go to and say, hey, man, how would you deal with a situation like this? Because the one thing they don't tell people about college is this. Football aside, class. You got to go to class, and one class be at 9, the next class be at 12 o'clock. You like, bro, do I go home? Because if I go home, I might not make it to that noon class.
Yeah, though, having my big brother though is good because like he like a big mentor for me. So like growing up, we wasn't always like in each other's ear and stuff. It used to be like blah 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 blah. We just used to be back and forth sometimes. But like as we got older and like as he went into college, we got closer. He was always like in my ear, like telling me right from wrong. What I'm doing right on the field and off the field, like what's gonna help me get to the next level. Because he had like I want to say like 20 some offers out of high school. So, he was always like telling me what to do to get on the right path, still trying to get to the next level. So that was always good to have him in my ear, like telling me right from wrong and like what I'm doing right and what I can do better. So I feel like that was a good thing. Yeah.
The voice you listen to right now is Javion Toombs, representing Fort Pierce, Georgia, Centennial High School. Him and Kamara, both of them boys represent Fort the 772. For those of you who don't know, this is 84 Reasons. I am being true, not my reason, Javion's reason. Now, Javion, what has been the hardest thing about college, though? Because this football, then you got y'all have to run if you don't know, this position player's name and what his brothers and sisters' name. What has been the hardest thing? Because every time I look at y'all, Billy Napier, outside of X and O's, y'all got a different program y'all going through every single week.
Yeah, well, outside of football, I say it's just stand on top of your work because you got school, you got workouts, you got mandatory breakfast, you got a whole bunch of stuff. So I say time management is your biggest problem when you get to college. Like you got to figure out how to manage your time and still be able to get everything you need done. Like stuff you used to do and like say like you want to play your video games whenever, like all that stuff gotta wait once you get to college. What I'm saying? You gotta manage your time. You gotta prioritize, put the right things first. That's really it, just time management.
Now the thing about it is playing at the University of Florida is prestigious. Playing DB at UF, now that's a total. We can have a mini series on what is it like, man. Listen, this is the thing too. This is what you don't know. Now I'm finna take you way back. Right? So I got to Florida in 2000, right? I played with a guy named Gus Scott. He played safety. He wore number 37, like you're wearing right now. Obviously, he ended up switching his number to number 9, which I didn't even know you could switch numbers. He was doing it when you couldn't do it. But man, what is it like playing DB for Florida? Because listen, I know the whole DBU moniker. Y'all DBs, y'all go back and forth with other DBs at other colleges all day long. But you represent DBU. We ain't gonna talk about those other colleges. What is it like playing DB in Florida, man?
Nah, it's definitely an amazing feeling. Like holding that standard, living up to that standard. You got a lot of greats that play here. Representing the DBU. So it's like, stepping in the role, putting on that Gator uniform. You got to really uphold that standard and like take pride in that. You got to really put your all in that because like not like people like dream of this as a kid. Like people like they look up to all these legends and stuff. So like when you playing in that like Gator jersey, you just gotta put your all in it and represent. Represent.
Javion, you'll come on a visit. Just say you go to a game in Florida. You in the stands though. You in the stands. You going, oh my freaking God, it's crazy, bro. Like number one, it's hot out here. It's a different kind of hot out here, right? Number two, these people screaming the whole time. But now you the one running out the tunnel. You the one saying. And for people that don't understand, there is a level of energy that hits your body going, bruh, I should get used to this at a certain point, but you don't. They open up that blue gate. Yeah. They see the swamp, only Gators come out alive. Please tell people what's that like to be like, bruh, it's a good thing they do the national anthem or whatever they do after we run out. Because if I had to run straight on the field, bro, I'm out of breath, bro. It takes all my energy just to run, maybe like 25, 30 yards.
All right, yeah. So boom, like, all right. So look, a year ago, I came to a game here. It was the home opener. It was FAU versus Florida. My brother played. So I'm here. I'm watching like all the band come out. I got the chills on my skin, and I'm not even going for Florida. It's a crazy experience. They did a whiteout, so all they fans in white. FAU Stadium ain't got nowhere near as many fans as they do in the swamp. So I'm just looking around like, wow, like this is crazy. So then like. My first game this year, our home opener, being able to be in that tunnel, like looking around, like now I got the jersey on, like now I'm here, like having the chills and like hearing the band play and all that. And then being able to run out, I was one of the first guys in the front too, so it was like just running around, just like it was a crazy feeling, like yeah, crazy.
most people talk about betting on themselves. You hear people talk about it all the time. You really did it though. Like you say, you like, look, man, I could have went a lot of places, man. I'm choosing Florida because I'm choosing a place to where there's a flagship university in the state. It's a bunch of schools in the state that got big time football, including FAU, FIU, Florida State, USF, UCF, so on and so forth. But I'm sorry, nothing against them. Love those dudes, respect them. And it ain't Florida, man.
Yeah,
When I say it ain't Florida, it doesn't mean that those guys are less than. But you walking around, I see you sporting on the nice orange and blue Gator. What is it like knowing that, look, dude, I represent them boys for real? Like, look, we are the biggest brand in the state, bigger than the Hurricanes, bigger than the Dolphins, bigger than the Bucks, bigger than the Jaguars, bigger than the Seminoles. What is it like knowing that, listen, you and your brother, y'all at home, y'all chilling. He got on his FAU, you got on your Florida stuff. How long does it take people to say, I don't know if they say, yo, Young Toombs, what's up? Man, you up there, man, I ain't just repping this, bro. I rep this for real. I ain't went to Fanatics and just got no free gear. Not only do I got I got them jump mans on my feet. That was free, by the way. This is known as a GTM given to me because I rep them boys.
Nah, yeah, it definitely took me took a minute to set in. When I got here, I got some gear, I got some J's, I got some sweatpants, a shirt. I used to wear it all the time, and then I'm like, dang, I really play for Florida, I'm really here now. It's like it ain't a dream no more. It's not a thought in the head. I'm really living it. And then just taking that and then actually using that to the max, making the most of it, not just taking it for granted though. Just trying to make the most of why I'm here. I got my goals and my plans and what I want to do, just trying to make the most of my time.
Javion, Gainesville, Florida is not obviously outside of University of Florida. It ain't a big place, it ain't a huge place. I know y'all bougie now though. I know y'all got Whole Foods now and Cheesecake Factory. Y'all got Dave and but see when I was there, let me show you once again, showing my age again. When I was at Florida, that whole side that got Dave and Buster's, that was all dirt. There was nothing over there, nothing, grass.
No.
Now y'all got Starbucks. Hey man, meet me at Spurrier's restaurant. Meet me at the movie theater. Meet me at. What is it like knowing that they trying to make sure that you guys got something to do, even if it ain't. Y'all ain't. I know Florida is home of Walt Disney and all. It ain't rides and amusement parks, but y'all boys got, they giving y'all some real restaurants down there now, man. Hey, I mean, you tell Kamara, where you at? Bro, I'm in Whole Foods. Doing what? I don't know, getting some vegan stuff, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get right.
Yeah, man, it's definitely a lot of options. So when I first got to college, the first dorm they had me in, the Cheesecake Factory was 3 minutes away from my house. It was right around the corner. And then you got Archer Road. It got every restaurant, fast food you could think of on that stretch right there. And then it's a lot of fancy restaurants close in the area too. So it's it's a lot of options. You can switch it up throughout the week. A lot of options of food. I feel like that's a good thing. Plus you got the food that they give us at the dining hall. 3 meals a day too. So
Yes. Speaking of that new facility, y'all boys got pools now. Y'all freaking locker room. Y'all lockers look like. Listen, if you've never ridden on a private jet, I haven't. I've heard about it. That's kind of what they lockers look like. They got they names is in lights. They got they standalone. What is it like having a standalone? And now y'all boys went from Gator dining. Now y'all got chefs making y'all whatever they making y'all.
Yeah, man. All right, so yeah, that's a great thing. The locker, the seat is real comfortable. They recline. So I got a cover in the bottom part of my locker. So whenever I got some free time, but not enough time to go home and sleep, I just take my cover out of my locker. Get all comfortable, recline my seat back, and I'm asleep just like that. But then having the chefs cook your having the chefs in the dining hall, that's a great thing. We get them for breakfast. You get your own custom omelet, and then lunch. The chef cook you some burgers, whatever kind of burger you want, a grilled burger. So it's a couple different options. And then for dinner, it'd be different things like steak, shrimp, salmon, chicken wings. You got a whole bunch of different stuff, different days. But yeah, it's amazing. Yeah.
Javion, what the hell gonna happen when you go back to your family reunion? You tell your mama, Mom, I want salmon. She be like, Javion, you better take your behind back up there to game with salmon. Yeah, it got an L in it, but you don't pronounce the L. It's pronounced salmon, but it got an L after the A. Like now, they it's like when people that think, no, man, all you got to do is give them a great facility. They don't need chefs, they don't need parking. But you're like, no. If Billy Napier is taking care of everything we can possibly think of, from parking, food, ambiance, making sure we know each other, that make y'all boys better players. Because if all I got to focus on is what I can control, you let me put my jersey on, man, I can go out there and do what I need to do.
Yeah, that's it right there. Like everything taking care of itself is really just like what you putting in, what you focusing on. Like that's really it. Like you focusing on yourself, doing your job. Everybody do their job, and then it's gonna click.
How much more do you know your teammates though? Because we know each other, but Napier makes sure y'all really know each other. He quizzing you on, all right, what is this offensive lineman name? You going, oh my God. Like that. It's like, because DBs, y'all know each other. Y'all in the same room. Y'all got the outside of receivers and O-linemen, y'all probably got the biggest group because you got a blend of safeties and corners, Corey Raymond and Patrick Toney. But how was it knowing that, bruh, it's guys on my teammate that live close by me or got similar lives than I had growing up, and certain guys playing football for different reasons. We think that everybody play because they want to go pro. Everybody don't play for that. Certain guys go, bro, I want to go to school for free. And I know the way I can go to school for free. I just happen to be a hell of a football player. How much closer does it make you knowing it's one? I always heard a coach told me this, or the teammate told me this. It's one thing for you to have a nickname that your family call you. It's another name for your teammates to call you that because hey man, I'm a part of your fam now, man. So whatever they call you, that's what I'm gonna call you.
Yeah. So like, having that is like a boost. Like knowing like everybody like close enough to where they can call each other a nickname. It's like, like we really clicking as a family. Like more than just teammates. It's like we like brother to brother now. We on a different level, and like once you get brother to brother, you can really trust each other out there on that field. So like if I know you my brother, I ain't gonna worry that you're not gonna like not do your job, and then that ain't gonna have to cost nobody else to try to be a hero. You know what I'm saying? We all being brothers, we all gonna know we got each other back. We all gonna do our assignment, and that's how we gonna click on the field together.
Javion, you playing the safety position, right? Most of the time, people think that the biggest hitters on the defense got to weigh 250 pounds. They got to weigh 260. No, y'all, I call y'all little thumpers. Y'all dudes be in the back. I'm like, look, bro, he looked like a corner, but he hit like a buffalo. How is it knowing that no matter how big that running back is, how big that tight end is, that receiver, that fullback, you got to come up and thump him? And why is it when y'all make big hits, do y'all not feel it when y'all come up and thump somebody? Y'all jump up quicker than the guy y'all hit. Do you not feel it when you make a nice hit on somebody?
Nah, man, it's really just like your mindset. I feel like everybody can be hit. Like I just think it's all really technique. But like then again, like I'm packing punch. I might be a little, but this packing punch for real. So that's the way I look at it. I got to keep that mindset like that. Like I'm coming. Like I don't care what you doing, I'm coming. You baby, I'm gonna beat you there. And I'm gonna get up quicker than you. Might throw a little celebration in there, but like I'm coming. Like and you ain't gonna do nothing about it. I'm coming.
What is it like? What is it like when you like? I like to call it. You run a route for like you saying, all right, bro. I'm listen. This is what Patrick Toney will do that people don't. He'll say, hey, listen. Formations decide play calling, right? Alignments decide what type of passing route, what type of routes you can run. So they come out right. You look and you go, oh, they're about to do it, but you don't want to let the receiver know. I know that guy on the outside finna run a go to try to get me out to try to take away, but I know they finna run that out on the inside, and I'm finna listen. I'm gonna run with this. I'm gonna run with the one, but I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna pick it off. What is it like knowing that, bruh? Let me calm down because I'm about to get this pick. I don't want to give it away. What is that like knowing that I know what the offense doing? I can go out here and play free.
Nah, yeah, definitely. So we'll be in the film room. Like PT, he definitely break it down to where you know exactly what's gonna happen by like their alignment and like where they like, you know what I'm saying, where they at. So like knowing like this the right play call, like this the moment, like that'd be the best feeling. Cause I used to get that feeling in high school. Like my coach would call the play and then I'm looking, I'm like, oh yeah, I seen this on film. I know this gonna happen. Like I'm just ready. Like, oh yeah, I can't wait for them to snap the ball. Like, that'd be the best feeling right there.
Now I know y'all. I know DBs and receivers. The only DBs and receivers that like each other, y'all on the same team. Y'all don't like each other when y'all on separate squads. And I know that DBs and receivers on teams, man, they try to pitch y'all against each other in camp. You, Jay Shorter, Whittemore. Which one of those dudes in camp you was like, all right, me and you gonna have a problem, bro? I love you, but we gonna have a problem, because you always got something to say. Don't let my size fool you, homie. I represent the 772, and I'm gonna show you what receiver in camp was you telling Patrick Tony, I'm telling you, if he say something to me today, I'm coming at him, bro. I'm telling you.
I have to say, 3. Hendo. You know, that was dog, but you know, me and Hendo go back and forth every day. Every day we go back and forth. You know, that was dog though. Yeah, major love for Hendo.
Man, the thing about you, Javion, is that people wouldn't know you was a preferred walk-on. People would think, oh, preferred walk-on, hey man, he gonna be bottom of the totem pole. But you like, no, bro. I know what I accepted when I came to Florida, but I also knew what my objective is. Yeah, I may come in and I got to earn my way. Everybody got to earn it. Even guys on scholarship. There are guys on scholarship that be coming to you for. But when you look back on it, man, if you had to go back and do it again, would you do it the same way?
Yes, sir. Most definitely.
Javion said, listen, man, I don't second guess myself, man. I mean, you know, I'm already dreaded up. You know what we do in the floor. Home of the Dreadhead, the 772. My brother Don, home of the Dreadhead, represent the 772. My brother represent FAU. Patrick Tony, Corey Raymond, Kamari Wilson, Fort Pierce, Florida. For those of you who don't know, listen, man, we run fast. We hit everything moving on the other side of the ball. If you don't like it, you're going to have to deal with it anyway. He is Javion Toombs. I am being true. This is 84 Reasons, not my reasons, his reasons. And listen, man, as long as you got on that orange and blue, you cool with Javion. But if you got on other colors, he got a problem with you. And we can settle it between them lines. Javion, I appreciate you taking the time. Make sure and tell your teammates, man, to come through, man. We have fun on here.
No problem. I got you, man. Appreciate it. I had a great time today.